welcome to Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I'm your host, Erin.
And I'm your hostess, Twinkies, Mancha.
Oh my goodness.
I told you I was going to be doing this.
I love it. So how was your week?
Better. It's been quiet this week. I went to a baby shower and I won like the bingo for guessing what was going to be in the presents first.
You sent the photo from the baby shower of the punch bowl with the ducks in it, and
Yeah,
I got really excited. I was like, Mancha's at a duck party, but it was not. It was a baby shower.
It was a Harry Potter themed party, but there were ducks in like the sherbet punch, which was adorable. It was great.
That's funny. Is that a Harry Potter thing?
No, it was just ducks
that
in
just
the punch because like the ladies who made the punch are just funny, and I support that.
Yeah, totally. That's fun.
I want a candle. I'm actually really excited.
Ooh, what scent is it?
It's like vanilla sea salt. It's like a nice candle. It's like a Yankee candle, so it's not like a garbage candle.
You say Yankee Candle, and it just reminded me that since I moved here, I discovered that people actually do call people from New York Yankees. That like threw me off. Yeah, people on like dating apps and stuff were calling me a Yankee. I was like, I don't like that. Stop doing that right now.
That's stanky. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a fan. People make fun of me. I went to a con last week, and I think I mentioned it last episode.
Yeah.
I didn't cosplay. I was debating on that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go in normal clothes, and it was actually really fun. It was Fayetteville Comic Con, and they had live wrestling at the con, which I thought was super cool. And it was like on the show floor, so you just all of a sudden hear like music playing, and then you'd be like, "Oh, they're doing a match," and then you'd like walk over, and there'd be wrestlers, and like they put some like fandom stuff in it. Like the one day they had like a Darth Vader cosplayer come out and like force like choke slam people. And they had like Thor come out with like a hammer, and they like pinned a dude with a hammer at one point. It was very like goofy. I was like, oh, this is cute. The kids all liked it. It was fun.
See, I'd actually watch wrestling if they just. When are they going to do like cosplay chess wrestling?
Okay, so that's what I was saying. I saw it and I was like, this is just cosplay chess. But now I've been like watching more wrestling stuff. Wrestling is super goofy. It's like they all have weird like storylines, and sometimes there's weird like props and stuff. Like it's basically cosplay chess. It's weird.
Wrestling is redneck anime.
Yeah,
you can't prove me wrong.
I kind of like getting into it now. I like it. It was really fun. I mean, it was like a little stepped up goofy for this con because they involved some like cosplayers, but like it's still goofy like in general.
Yeah, I'd be interested in watching the really goofy stuff. One of my like really good friends is really into wrestling, and at some point I'll probably look at more into it than like the base vague knowledge that I have. All I know is that wrestling's real, and that's what's important to me.
See, that was the thing is I always, whenever people would talk about it, I would only hear people talk about like the moves. So I was thinking it was more focused on like the physical end of it, and like it still is. But now I'm like, oh no, they have like really dumb plots, and they're like characters, and they come out and like do goofy stuff. Like that's awesome.
South Park is like a really, really good episode where they make fun of wrestling, where it's just like it just becomes like a soap opera, and like they're sometimes fighting. It's really funny.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's kind of what it is. I like it.
I mean, that's what I mean, if that's it, I'm down for that.
Oh yeah. So you went to baby shower. I went to con. Anything else of note?
Nothing else is happening. They gave me the wrong sandwich at Burger King today.
Yeah, I saw your text about that. That sucks. I thought about going to get food, but I did not have enough time, so I ate like a breakfast sandwich I assembled from things in my fridge.
I probably should have made food. I didn't need to buy anything. I'm trying to figure out what mistake I made. Because I wanted a burger. Right? I usually get the same burger. And they gave me a chicken sandwich. So either I said 4 and they thought it was 14. I don't know if the menu goes up that high. It might. Or I said Bacon King and they thought I said Chick King. That was the name of the sandwich I got.
Would think it'd be weird on a menu if the sandwich that was the same, but one was a burger and one was a chicken, were 10 numbers apart. Like normally that'd be
they're
like
not
a 4
the same
and a 5.
thing. They just have the same last name because it's Burger King, right?
Okay, so the ingredients on it are different other than the meat.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like because I think the menu's like all burgers and then like the chicken sandwiches afterwards is how it's set
Oh,
up.
okay. Yeah, I don't know
I mean,
because
like,
normally I feel like I see them like kind of near each other.
they're not the same thing, right? Like,
Okay.
I'm just guessing, but like, no, it was like the burgers, like burger and like mayo and ketchup and cheese and bacon, and the chicken sandwich was like a huge hot hunk of chicken and lettuce and tomatoes and chicken sauce.
Oh, okay. I thought when you described it, I thought you got the same sandwich, but just the meat was different. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, no, then they
No, I wanted to
definitely
wait to talk about it now. Yeah, it's either the numbers were like close and she misheard me, or the names were close and she misheard me, and I don't remember what I said. Is the
Do you
thing.
have a receipt?
Well, no, I think that they put my order in wrong, which is fine. Again, it was a good sandwich, and I don't really mind.
Yeah.
So like I don't think that they gave me the wrong thing as much as they took my order wrong because it was like $1 less than normal, and I think that accounted for that.
Yeah, then that makes sense. Something probably.
And I was like, oh, it's like a slightly cheaper. That's nice. It was still a good sandwich.
Well, that's good. It's good when you get the wrong thing and it's still like edible. Sometimes I get something and I don't like it at all, and I'm like, in the trash.
It was like a huge piece of chicken. I was like, it was like exciting. So definitely, I lived.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, want to do the first segment?
No.
Okay.
We're done.
We will just stop the podcast right now. That's it.
Okay. Now, let's go.
Yeah. All right. So for the discussion this week, you came up with this one, and you just said animals. Very broad. So we're talking about animals.
I think it's funny if it's broad.
Yeah.
We go off topic anyway, so it's really hard to go off topic if we make it broad.
Yeah.
So what, like, I mean, let's just make it easy first. Like, Erin, what are your favorite animals?
Okay. You would think caracols, because I'm so obsessed with Big Floppa, but like really just in a funny way. My favorite animals are like, I love cats, I love goats, and I love ducks. And then also on top of that, like I really like flamingos, and I have a lot of flamingo stuff in my house. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with ostriches. I had like a weird thing with ostriches. Don't know why.
Flamingos are just yassified ostriches.
That is the greatest thing you've ever said. Oh my god.
The same animal.
I guess. Ostriches are huge though. You ever seen one? I was at the zoo recently.
I know ostriches are big. I don't know how big flamingos are is the thing, I guess.
The flamingo exhibit was closed because of the bird flu, but the ostriches were still there.
You'd think that they wouldn't fly away.
That is the other funniest thing you've ever said.
Oh my god. I'm winning. Right. I'm out here winning.
What animals do you like?
Okay. So for like the longest time, like my favorite animals were tigers, which is great because I went to RIT, so I like became a tiger, which is fun. And then like recently I've gotten into like I like a lot of weird animals that like maybe I wouldn't want to like necessarily interact with, but I really like them. I really like moths. It's in my username. I don't know if you can see it. I'm actually going to move my camera slightly just for the sake of
But you have a giant hive of moths behind you.
I have 2 moths behind me.
Oh.
Right? It's I don't remember if I think it's a squishable.
Yeah.
I have a squishable moth and then a Pokemon moth, the Volcarona of it. I really like jellyfish now.
Oh yeah.
That's my poster is actually a jellyfish.
Ooh. You got all the show and tell stuff for this segment.
And I like penguins, and there is a penguin back there.
I have a note about like loving penguins in here too.
Penguins are great. I love penguins. They're so cute.
I have a cousin who's obsessed with penguins, and everybody knows that she is obsessed with penguins. So every birthday, Christmas, anything, she just gets like so much penguin stuff.
That's great. I mean, I love making my brand known because I know I like buying gifts for people, but it's really hard for some people because like as much as I know them, their brand of things that they like is not necessarily like as easy. So it's like, I don't know what to buy you, even though like you're like one of my very, very good friends. So it's like a struggle.
Yeah, if you don't identify to other people things that you like, then when it's like time to give you a gift, somebody's gonna give you like soap or something. It's gonna be like kind of lame.
I mean, and at the very least, I'm not gonna turn down soap. It's useful.
Yeah, right? I was gonna say candle, but I was like, oh wait, Mancha just got a candle. I shouldn't dunk on candles.
You can dunk on candles. This is the first candle I've owned ever.
I don't buy a lot of candles because I don't trust myself to like put them out when they're lit.
Not forget them.
Yeah, I'm horrible with forgetting like anything. If I go to somebody's house and if I put my stuff anywhere that isn't all in one pile, I will lose anything that wasn't like with the other items. Like if I have takeout in the fridge, I will never remember it. Like stuff like that. Yeah.
We did it,
so
guys.
I will not remember to blow out a candle. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I was gonna ask what's like an exotic pet you would have if it was like 100% safe and ethical and it's not going to do anything bad, like guaranteed.
Because I think it would be really easy to take care of as well. I would want a jellyfish for that with that under those parameters. It's just like it's just like a little aesthetic guy who I think I own. I guess you would have to. I don't know how you'd clean their tank is the thing. I imagine you can. I don't know what's stopping you from having a jellyfish as a pet. I suppose I would believe that it's theoretically possible. It feels like it would be harder to get them out of the tank if you had to clean the tank, though, and I don't necessarily like that.
A lot of fish stuff, they're very like finicky, and like there's like a science to like what you have to have in the tank. So like I'm sure if you're like really good with knowing that kind of stuff, it's probably possible, but I would have no clue.
Could get a moon jellyfish apparently for
23 Wait, yeah, pounds. I think I've heard of that, of like little like smaller ones or something. Or is it small? Is it big? 23 pounds sounds big.
23 pounds is in like the British money.
Oh.
No,
I'm like fair. The container size.
No, like they're like, I guess the maximum size for these things. They only live like a year though, but it's like a foot is like max. But oh no, that's the bell size. I don't know. Point is, it's possible. I don't plan on it, but you can.
If I was like super rich and I had like a really nice yard, I would want like flamingos out there, and they're like my like lawn flamingos, but they're alive. That's what I would want.
Lawn flamingos, but in real.
Or I just love like having a big ostrich that would scare everybody that comes over.
Yeah. Big animals scare me.
I am afraid of really, really, really big animals, like whales. If I'm in a museum and they have like a scale model of a whale or like the bones or something, I'm like terrified, and I'm uncomfortable being in the same room as it.
I don't mind if it's not moving, you know?
I think just something being that big scares me.
It's scary in concept, but it doesn't bother me if it's not alive, because then I can like suspend my disbelief. My fear exists in the realm of big dogs.
Yeah, I love people's animals and stuff, but if it's a dog I don't know and it's running at me and it's very large, I'm like, help.
How do I word this? What's the funniest way to word this? I like dogs, but I'm not a dog.
I'm with you, and we gotta be really careful how we say this, because people do not like that.
Right? I am scared of dogs a little irrationally.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to say that I'm not dog friendly, but I don't think that's the right way to do it, because that implies I think that I'm mean to dogs, and I'm not. I'm just like,
I feel like that implies you're like a food they can't eat or they'll get sick if it's not dog friendly.
Like, I wanted like the opposite of that as the joke.
Yeah.
Dogs are not Mancha friendly. How's that?
There you go. Yeah, no, I like them, but I I didn't grow up with one, and that's like
No.
a big part of it. So I get a little nervous, and I do, I know a handful of people who've been bitten by them and stuff. But in general, I like looking at little videos of them online. They're
Yeah,
kind of neat.
like I don't have anything wrong with them. I don't think there's anything wrong with like dogs. I'm not crazy or anything.
Yeah.
I just I get very uncomfortable around them, and I don't not like that. I love cats though. I can be around a cat.
I love cats. I really want a cat, but I haven't gotten one because my life is not together enough. I'm
You're
a
getting
huge
there.
mess all the time, and I have too much like clutter around. And if I had a cat, it would just be like knocking everything off.
I'm excited for the arc when you get a cat and then it disrupts the podcast.
Oh, yes, I know. I will get him eventually. I just am. I don't really know where to look, and I'm new to it, so I'm like, I need to figure it out. I was gonna ask you, how do we feel about naked animals, like hairless cat,
like
naked mole rat? How we feel about those?
Okay, here's the thing. I like them in concept, right? Like if I got like a sphinx, then like all the allergy issues don't exist because it's pet hair.
Yeah.
They unfortunately are not as cute. But
yep.
Like
I don't like them. I mean, I like them. They can exist and stuff, but like I would never get
not
one.
allowed. No, none.
Also, no. Bingus is like the worst one in all the like Floppa lore. It's like we like Floppa and we like Saga, who's like the serval, and we do not like Bingus, the hairless cat.
I don't like Bingus for different reasons. And that's because like I don't know. I don't want to get political, but like Bingus became like a fan favorite joke character for people who were really violently not fans of the Adventure Zone Graduation.
Oh, interesting.
Like they made up a character who was like a hairless tabaxi, like a hairless cat person, so Bingus.
Okay.
And used it to like make fun of the show, and a lot of like that section of the fandom is a little like it puts a really bad taste in my mouth because they're like really mean about the show. So I'm not a huge fan of Bingus either.
Good. I'm glad we could agree on that. I'm sure
we
the Bingus lovers out
on
there
our Bingus
are mad.
This is a Bingus free podcast.
Bingus.
No Bingus is allowed.
What's your favorite animal like classification? Like if it's like a mammal or like a bird or a fish or a reptile, like what's your favorite group?
You're getting real close. I like talking about taxonomy, Erin. You know this.
I know you do. That's why I was like, I'm gonna ask about that.
I was gonna talk about it if you weren't, so it's fair, right?
Yeah.
I like animal taxonomy a lot. Actually, it's something I've been trying to learn more about this year. If I had to pick one, right, that's difficult. Because I think they're all cool. I mean, I probably would just. I'll think about it. Maybe I think a lot of I really like sea life, so I'm gonna like soft say like fish right now.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's a lot of really cool animals. I've been learning a lot about animals this year, just like on the side for fun.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my favorite animals are mammals, but I think collectively birds, there's a lot of funny birds that just look weird and make weird noises and do weird things, and I love them.
If it means anything, I associate you with birds most.
Why?
No, No, like out of like the classes of animals, I would associate you with birds the most because like ducks, I send you the duck pictures. Ducks. I think I see funny geese. I see the mingos. You get the mingos. I now will send you ostrich and penguins as well.
I also love seagulls. Any photos of seagulls doing dumb stuff or stealing like French fries and stuff, I love that.
Seagulls are so funny. They're so goofy.
Yeah.
I just have fun animal facts just queued up.
Okay, let's hear them.
What I've been doing this year with some of my students is like we're doing like a little encyclopedia every day of like various science topics, and 2 of the topics out of the 5 that we're doing are animals and aquatic animals.
Okay.
So I've been like reading a lot about animals this year. And one of my favorite things. So did you know that octopi is not the proper term for the plural of octopus?
Grouping of them. What is it?
No,
Is it octopuses?
There's two that it could be, and this is gonna sound like the setup for a joke, and I promise it's not.
Okay.
I've used it as the setup for a joke, but I'm not gonna pull it this time. It could be octopuses, or it's pronounced, as far as I understand, octopodes. But it's spelled octopodes.
Okay.
And the reason, right, is because octopus is from Greek, like a naming convention, and a US to I is Latin and not Greek, so you can't like convert it over that way. The Greek way to pluralize it would be octopodes.
Okay, so next time somebody's really annoying and grammary and is like, it's octopi, I get to be like, no, it's not.
Yeah, clearly you don't know enough about animals.
Yep. You're not a true octopus fan.
I know one of the things I really like are like names of groups, like, but since we're on it, like names of groups of animals, right? Because like we all know like the classic ones, right? Like we have you know, like a murder of crows or whatever, right? But like the more like we look into it, like I found some really fun ones. Like vultures have 3.
Okay.
First of all, vultures, by the way, it's like 23 different kinds of birds. It's not just one kind of bird. But it depends on what they're doing to pick like which group that you say. So I'm trying to double check so I don't say it wrong. So if you have like a group of flying vultures, like if they're circling around you, whatever, that's a kettle of vultures. If they're sitting in a tree, like in the Jungle Book, that's a committee. And like my favorite one is while they're feeding, it is a wake of vultures.
Okay.
Because that's like a little morbid, which fits with them.
Yeah.
You want to know some more cool vulture facts?
I do want to hear more cool vulture facts.
Great.
Yes.
Vultures pee on their own legs.
Why do they do that?
Because it kills the bacteria that they get from walking around in like, you know, carcasses.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Well, that's like the evolutionary reasoning for it anyways.
Okay.
Right?
I like that. I would like to subscribe to vulture facts. They're good.
Well, I don't have all vulture facts. I just have
it.
I just have animal facts in general, you know?
See what you got another good one?
I want to pull some more up, but to kind of like punctuate things a bit. Erin, if you could be an animal,
yeah,
what animal would you be?
This is hard. I don't know. Like, I would like to say a bird, but like, I don't know. I feel like I also have like house cat energy. That's what people who have lived with me tell me a lot.
Yeah, but is that like what you'd want to be? Not like, I'm not saying pick an animal that's like you. I'm saying pick an animal that you would want to like be.
Ooh. Yeah, then probably something that flies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be a seagull. They get to eat French fries still. That's like important.
True.
Yeah.
And they're loud. It's perfect.
Oh, a duck. I could be a duck. I love ducks.
You could be a duck.
Yeah.
Do ducks get to eat French fries?
Here's the thing. They can, but then like somebody on Twitter will be like, actually, they're not supposed to eat that. And you're like, okay, I won't feed them that. But I think you could eat a couple and get away with it.
My sister went and like fed a bunch of ducks with her boyfriend. And I think it was like leftover, like, I don't know if it was like breadsticks or something, but I made fun of her like really bad for it. Just like,
yeah,
I know that it wasn't like malicious or anything, but it's just like, I'm going to make fun of you because that's not the best.
Because when you grow up, it's like, oh, on TV, like duck eats bread, and then you find out way later that they are not supposed to eat bread like at all, and you're supposed to give them other stuff. And I'm like, oop, I fed a lot of ducks a lot of bread. Now I feel bad.
You want another one like that is actually?
Yeah.
Mice don't really like cheese that much.
Huh. How do they find this out? They like survey them?
Yeah, they went and asked. In fact, they went and asked the mouse himself.
Oh.
Over in Disneyland, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't like cheese very much."
Oh my god.
I mean, they'll eat it, right? But like,
Yeah.
if you want to bait like a mousetrap properly, I know from experience, and like I think from like what I've read, a lot of the internet will agree. Chocolate's really good.
Okay.
Peanut butter's really good.
I was gonna say, I feel
Therefore,
like I've seen peanut butter the most.
Reese's peanut butter cup, right?
Okay.
Right? I'm not joking. Like that's like actually what I know my parents use is like they'll try to use, if we can get it, we'll get like Reese's peanut butter cups and put them in like we've bought them before like just to put in like mouse traps.
Oh my god. I feel like a lot of people would be very tempted to eat that if it was laying around the house for mouse bait.
You just gotta be careful.
Yeah. Got any other facts about animals, or do we want to keep going?
I'll pull up one more
Okay.
one more animal to talk about just because I've been into animals. Have you heard of the vampire squid before?
No.
Okay, so you have the name vampire squid. Its scientific name is great because it's Vampiroteuthis infernalis's, which literally means vampire squid from hell. So great job. I love when the names are like really, really cool.
Ooh,
why do you think it's called a vampire squid? Based on name only. You know, you've never seen this creature, I imagine, if you haven't heard of it.
Usually when something's called like a vampire or something, it has some kind of big teeth or something it like sinks into people with, I would assume. I would guess it's got some kind of teeth or something that it like pierces you with.
So although it does have like spines on its arms, not its tentacles, but its arms, right? Because tentacles are different from arms. Real quick, I'm pretty sure it's only a tentacle, and if I'm wrong, comment, because it gives us a comment, and you can fact check me and feel like a good boy on the internet.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if it's it has to have suckers if it's a tentacle. So if it doesn't, it's just an arm.
Okay.
So like, you got to be very careful about your nomenclature for that sort of thing. But like they have spines on their arms and such, but that's not why. So their all their arms are like webbed together, you know, like a duck's foot or whatever. And so if you can like imagine like 8 arms like all webbed together, it's gonna look like a cloak almost.
Oh.
So it looks like, you know, it looks like a vampire cloak, and also it's a very dark red.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google this thing.
Yeah, and I'll probably throw a picture up as well.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Oh, he's fancy looking.
But yeah, like they look like a little bit like a vampire, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. It looks like a bat.
And I don't know, I think they're really cool, but we don't know a ton about them because they're like deep sea animals and such.
Yeah, it's a scary thing with the ocean. They like don't know what the heck is in there.
That's why I picked it as like my favorite group. Is it's got all the cool stuff and it's got all the scary stuff. So do bugs. Bugs are also in that category.
I would not be picking bugs, but I respect your choice to do that.
Well, that's why I picked. I mean, I picked sea creatures. Yeah. I like the concept of bugs.
I don't.
I'm bug moderate, right? I like the concept of bugs, but I don't want them in my apartment. Is it that too much to ask?
Yeah. No, that's fair. People in the comments, please do not be mad that we said we're afraid of big dogs and that bugs are like kind of gross.
And what else? If it helps, again, I like bugs. I'm defending bugs. Dogs are cool.
Yes.
Give them the thumbs up, Erin. Dogs are cool. There we go. Dogs are cool.
Dude, my Instagram reels is all like dogs and cats. Like I love them. They're adorable. Not saying anything bad.
Cat memes are great. Cat memes have been eternal since like the farthest reaches of the internet. Because I remember like being like in 7th grade and looking at like Icon has cheeseburger memes, and now I'm doing like the same thing except like full of soup with pointing towards like a slightly chubby kitten. And it's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, cats make very good memes. Want to go next segment?
Yeah. So our next segment is a game I also found where we each prepared a couple of topics, and what we're gonna do is, so I haven't seen Erin's list, Erin hasn't seen mine list, and I'm going to give Erin a prompt, and she has to talk about it for 1 minute, like nonstop. And then we'll go back and forth with these things. So the order I'm going to be pulling from my list, by the way, is in order of stuff I know you can talk about, down to stuff I don't think you can talk about or wouldn't expect you to be able to know, but you could always surprise me.
I'm going to go in order of I'll see what you do, and then I'll see emotionally how I feel about it before I decide what I'm giving you.
Oh yeah, so if I pull out one that you just really hate,
yeah, then I know what
I'm going to try to go easy to hard.
Okay.
So, we're timing ourselves, I think, just so there's no delay.
So do you want to start with me going?
So, yeah, so once you're ready, if you have your timer open, I'll give you the topic that I want you to talk about.
I got it ready to go. It's right in front of me.
Right? So for a minute, I want you to explain Stardew Valley to me.
Okay. I love Stardew Valley. It is on Steam, and it's on the Switch, and it was heavily inspired by like the Harvest Moon games and other like old farming games, which is like those are my favorite games ever. That is like my favorite thing to play. But it's newer, and he optimized a lot of stuff that was not great about the old ones and made it a lot less like repetitive. It's all pixel art, so a lot of people that I like pitch Stardew to that like the other games are always like, "Oh, I don't really like the art," but like, no, it's great. It's good pixel art. I don't know. There's like a progression through the game. You either pick the normal path or you do the Joja Mart path. If you're doing the normal path, you get a bunch of bundles that you have to complete, which are like items that you have to get through the game, either like finding them or like growing them. And then that's like one way to beat the game. And then another way is just to beat it with money, and that's like when you sell out to the corporation. That's a minute, but that's the most like general things I could think about to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you want. It's however you want to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty good. I just want to say now, Joja Mart bad?
Joja Mart's like Walmart, but like no, I was gonna say Walmart, but eviler. No, it's not.
Okay. Joja Mart's like Walmart if it was owned by Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
Stardew. Have to say about eviler.
I've
cosplayed. We need to finish our Joja Mart run, by the way.
I know. We keep playing. I keep starting Stardew games with people and then not finishing them. Is bad.
Erin and I alone have started like 4 or 5 different games with different groups of people that just, it eventually just, like peters out.
Yeah, I had to get it out of my system one time. I had to make like a spreadsheet where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do all these files. I'm gonna marry every person. I'm gonna play every farm type. I'm gonna try all these different like strategies and stuff, and then I'll finally get it out of my system because I kept like restarting files. And then I had like a file that I would just like play on that was like my main one after that. And I mostly don't deviate from that now, but sometimes I am weak. Okay, so kind of similar to that, I was gonna give you a minute and just talk about your favorite character.
Okay.
Or a favorite character.
A favorite character, okay. Well, I talked about Garfield last week, so we're gonna go with Sans from Undertale right now.
Oh man,
probably the easy pick. Sans is really fun because it's bait and switches pretty much the whole game. Like right when you meet him, you think you're gonna get attacked, and then it's like a funny guy, funny skeleton man in a hoodie with a whoopee cushion in his hand, and then it like really toes the line the entire game because you don't know where your allegiances lie with this guy, and he's probably the most threatening thing in the game aside from maybe like the main villain / like some of like the deeper lore stuff if you really want to get into it, but he's also just really, really funny, and we've established that I really, really, really like puns. So when you're presenting to me a funny skeleton guy who likes puns and also sometimes is like deathly serious, that's a character that I really, really enjoy. and that is a minute.
The other thing that I was gonna say that makes me really think of you with Sans is like all the jokes about like font stuff and the fact that like Sands of Empires are fonts, and you're like a graphic designer, so like you're always talking about font stuff, so like it's very you character.
Yeah, I was very opinionated on Comic Sans for a long time, and now I'm just like, it's got its place. It's funny.
Yeah.
Still a funny font. Yeah, I love Undertale a lot. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, I love it.
It's weird. Like I remember like playing it the first time because it was like freshman year in college when I played it. So I like remember being there for. I remember like where I was for like a couple of the bits and being like, "Wow, this game's like really great."
It was early college for me too, and I gotta say I love the game, but if you're a game design student, the year that Undertale came out, every class some kid would raise their hand and be like, have you guys heard of a game called Undertale? And then like go through describing it, and every professor's like, yep, everyone knows what this is. We all are talking about it, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have that problem.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience.
And at least out of the circles I've met, because I know that, you know, I've heard like from other people that it's nice. Undertale feels like it has one of the nicer fandoms that like at least I'm aware of from like the angles I've seen.
Yeah,
because there are a lot that you know, a lot that really have like their problems. And Undertale's just like really big and like, you know, create like, you know, let's just make things for this game that we really like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you have your timer ready.
Yeah, I do.
My next prompt for you is I want you to talk about ska that isn't Jeff Rosenstock.
Okay, well, I'm going to start you right there because just because it's Jeff Rosenstock doesn't necessarily mean that it's ska.
That's fair. I'm saying I want you to talk about more obscure stuff.
I don't even know if I can really go like obscure. I'm not the most knowledgeable person about ska, believe it or not. Like I talk a big game, but like I'm still pretty like novice in my interests. I follow Jer from Ska 2 Network. If you ever need ska recommendations, they're like a great resource. They're always posting stuff on their story, and like I think they have like a playlist that they made one time that I was like consulting. Yeah, I don't know. Like my favorite, I don't know. My couple favorite ska bands are probably still like super popular ones. Like I really liked Bomb the Music Industry, which is Jeff Rosenstock. I really like Straight Light Manifesto. And then there's like the goofier ones, like freaking like Real Big Fish and Less Than Jake. That like when people think of ska, they think of like that. I don't know that I have any like obscure stuff that I'm super like knowledgeable about. I don't know. There's a ska podcast that I want to like start listening to that's like in defense of ska or something, and their logo is like ska sucks and like it's like crossed out. Yeah, I don't know. I was a little caught off guard for that one, but
You good? You hit your minute? I wasn't counting.
Yeah.
I need to listen more to that playlist that you made me because like I added one of the songs to like my main rotation, but
yeah, if I had that open,
more.
I would have been like, yeah, but
I added what was it? I don't love you anymore by Bomb the Music Industry.
Yeah,
to my playlist, and because I really like that one.
Yeah,
and there were a couple. The Aquabath songs are like ridiculous, and I love those. So I need to listen to it more and like add more to my stuff I listen to.
I've never seen the Aquabats live before. I've been a fan since I was like a kid, and I was at Aquabat for Halloween when I was in like 8th grade or something. They are going on tour with Less Than Jake and Bowling for Soup, and I bought tickets, but the closest one to me was in like Virginia, and I have to drive like 3 hours there and back or something, and it's on like a weeknight, so like
ooh, okay,
I'm not going to sleep much that night, but it was like, it's a band that I have to see, you know, because I've never had a chance before, and now I'm like, I can do it, so I got to do it.
I've been having that conundrum because McElroy Brothers are going to be in Cincinnati, which is 3 hours away from me because I'm like way up in Ohio. And it's, I think, on a weeknight again. So it's like, do I drive after work to go see this show and then drive back? So like 6 hours of driving in the middle of the night.
I'm doing a lot of that coming up. I'm seeing Foxy Shazam in Charlotte, and that's like 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. And I think I'm doing that in one night. Last time I went to a show in Charlotte, we slept in my friend's house, but like they're not coming, so I don't think I can swing that. And then in September, Jeff Rosenstock is opening for the Gaslight Anthem, which is another band I really like that's like going on a tour. And I'm flying to New York because there were no shows even like kind of close to me. And my brothers are going to go to the Niagara Falls one. So I got a ticket and I'm going to that with them. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hit me.
This one is actually, which one do I want to do? Okay, this is just like a goofy one. For a minute, can you explain NFTs to me?
So, like, as far as I understand, the core concept of an NFT is to be able to have a piece of art that you own, and you like have like the credentials that you own it, and it's through the blockchain, whatever that is, right? Through crypto. And it's like crypto adjacent enough where, like, you know, since you do all the transactions through it, it counts, but it's like, as far as I understand, sort of different. But it's the kind of thing where the major flaw lies in the fact that, first of all, I don't want to own a picture of something, and if I do want to own a picture of something, I'm going to go on a gacha game and pay money to buy like the Pokemon character that I want, and not like $1,000 for a really, really bad looking monkey. I'm convinced that it's some sort of money laundering scam. Like, I really, really am. And they're bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like a million crypto scams and stuff, so it's definitely a scam on some level. And then there's always something about the rainforest burning down, but yeah.
I just think it's funny, like, every time I see like news of like, hey, this crypto guy got hacked and all his apes gone, I'm like, yeah, I don't endorse hacking, but I don't endorse crypto, so
crypto stuff
two and two
weird.
Together.
There's like
there's one I'm slightly more lenient against.
Yeah. I feel like every week I'm seeing a new like big YouTuber doing like a crypto scam where they like have like a coin and then they do like the rug pull thing where like they scam their fans out of a bunch of money and they just like walk away with all this money. It's happening like left and right. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Yeah, hit me with one.
Okay. This one's middle of the road. I know you have knowledge in it.
Okay.
I want you to talk to me about hosting a cosplay convention.
Oh, you're giving me like nice ones. I was talking about this last weekend. Okay, so I hosted a college convention, so that works a little differently than when you're funding itself through your own money. But when we did that, it was like we had to book rooms through the school. We had to book like chairs, anything you can think of, like a big like curtain if you want to section off things, anything you can think of that'd be like equipment on site that you need. You had to do that. You had to sell tickets online. You got to use social media to try to like reach people. If you have like a local community that's very active, like ours was, it's easier to like push things like that. And then what we did was we took like content from like local people in the community, like they could submit to run a panel, and then we give them like a free badge or something. And that was a lot of the programming at the event was people who'd submit things just because they like want to do. And then you'd book a couple guests. We got like a YouTuber one time. We got a couple other people. Sometimes like cosplayers, sometimes other like entertainment guests. You gotta pay them, do that. If you have some kind of dance, you gotta pay a DJ. That's all I can think of in a minute. But yeah, I go on.
It is just a
lot about that.
Yeah, I helped one of those years, by the way.
Yeah.
Which was honestly a lot of fun.
It's super fun, and I miss it a lot. I miss it a lot, but the problem is the only way to do it now would be like if I'm gonna fund something, or if I'm just like getting in on somebody else's already huge event as like a really low tier staff person. So I'm kind of like,
neither of those are that appealing.
Yeah, if I was still in Rochester where I knew a lot of people in the community, I think I'd be more interested in running something, but I know so few people here, or like I don't have enough like connections to start doing something like that. I don't know. It would intimidate me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. All right. Can you, in 1 minute, explain the plot of Danganronpa to me?
I can sure try.
You can make it up if you don't know.
I've never played any Danganronpa games, but I have a lot of friends who like Danganronpa, so I have a general idea of the gist. It's different depending on which game, but like it's all generally, we have a group of kids. They're all in a location that they're trapped there. To escape, they have to follow like a set of rules, which involves like killing someone. But if you get caught killing someone and there's like trials, then you die. So I don't know all the intricacies, but I know in the first one, eventually we find out that like the like robot bear that's like I'm trapping you all in here, is being controlled. I don't know the circumstances by one of the characters, which is the one you cosplay, Junko, and she's actually like super crazy and thrives off of like despair. I also know that apparently everyone thinks UDG is bad, and I know that no one likes the ending to V3, and I know 2 exists.
There are people that we're friends with that love the ending to V3. I violently hate it. I'm like okay with it now because enough time has passed. I'm like whatever, but yeah, I'm with you. That was good. You're accurate on everything.
Do my best.
Yeah, I would say
there's a lot of gross characters in it and a lot of okay characters that I like.
Yeah, I was on a con last weekend. I gotta say, I think like 30% of the cosplayers were Danganronpa cosplayers. Still? Yeah, no, it's crazy. I feel like it's more than it used to be by like a lot. I think like TikTok really like popularized.
That's fair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get that. It's from what I know. Like one of my buddies who does rap battles, like he's put a lot of time into a lot of them, but like the one that got big on TikTok was the Toko Fukawa one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. So we're getting in the harder one. You made me do Danganronpa. Okay. I want you to tell me. I don't know if you know about this or not. I want you to tell me how to speedrun Mario 64 in any category.
I don't know this, and I've watched the videos on it.
Figure it out.
Okay, so I've watched a bunch of those speedrunning channels. I've seen the half A press video thing. That's not a speed run, but I remember that where like the one maniac beat the game by only pressing like the half pressing a button or something. I know that there's stuff you can do where if you bounce off of stuff in a certain way, it increases like your movement speed or something. I know that you can like do that. I am sure that game has some kind of like wall openings in it that you can get through where you can like drop through things you're not supposed to, just from like any, a lot of games have those, and I can tell kind of by like looking at it. I don't know the main like strategies with it, but I know that's like one of like the huge ones that everybody does, and I know I've probably watched a video on it. I'm sure that there's ways to skip through portions of the game, probably through falling through something. Yeah, but okay, I know, but like sometimes they're mostly all right. Sometimes it's mostly performance, and then sometimes the game is super broken. Like if you watch like a Sonic Adventure 2 speedrun, those are just like blowing through chunks of the level because there's like big gaps and things. All right, that's my limited knowledge on speedrunning. That was the best I could give you.
Yeah. I don't know 100%. It's fun. I know the big, like one of the big like skips is like, okay, so you use like the stairs and you like jump up them backwards because your backwards speed in Super Mario 64 has no cap.
I have seen that.
You can keep gaining speed if you keep moving backwards. The easiest way to do it is to jump on a long flight of stairs, and you can basically like break the speed barrier and break through walls, which is like one of the big tactics to do a like 0-star run. I know, especially.
Okay.
That's like one of the big ones. That's like the one that's fun to joke about.
Yeah. So how many more of these we doing?
One more, I think.
Okay, one more.
I have one more for you. I've done 3, I think, so I need to do 2 more, and then you need to do 1 more.
Okay, you need to do 2 more?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, because I had 2 more, and I was like, wait, how did I miscount that? Okay, Mancha, can you just for a minute just like talk about chairs?
Chairs.
Like whatever you want to say about chairs, just go ahead.
So describing a chair very in basic terms is difficult, right? If we want to talk about like how do I define a chair in a simple sentence that has no holes in the sentence, right? There's nothing weird in it. Because, okay, you want to think, okay, a chair is something with 4 legs that you sit on. Well, not all chairs have 4 legs. The chair I'm sitting in has wheels. So that doesn't work. Okay, you sit on a chair. That's like 100% like something that you need. Not all chairs. I would argue all chairs have a back if it's not as a stool. So it's something that you sit in that has a back, that it would be elevated off the ground. But I imagine that there are things that also fit in that category. Like I don't think a seat in a car would be a chair, right? Or like a booth at a restaurant would be a chair. So it's difficult kind of trying to figure this puzzle out. And I don't necessarily have a good answer for it because it's easy to come up with more solutions. And I've already gone over a minute, so I'm going to stop there before I keep going into this topic.
I already knew that this is exactly what you would do with something like that because you're all about the taxonomy. I love it. All right.
Well, chairs are like the one you usually use for that like thought experiment too.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I have 2 here. And I'm going to pick the funnier one.
Okay.
Explain to me the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, this is great because I know like nothing about it at all. Okay. All right. So all I know is actually I probably know more than I thought I did. So there's the restaurant and it's very like Chuck E. Cheese-esque, and then there's some kind of horrible thing that took place there. Either like children were murdered or something happened. There's like a purple guy who was like an employee or something, and I don't know if he was like the murderer. I remember one time when you texted me that I looked like purple guy, and it was just like a pixel man, and I was like, what does this mean? And then the animatronics are like haunted or something now, and they come around in the middle of the night and they kill you. I remember reading some really gross thing about like the dead bodies being stuffed in the animatronics. That was super gross. I know there's a bunch of different games and they have like different characters in them. There's like, yeah, I don't know like between the games like what happens. I just know it's kind of generally that like somebody died, now the machines are all haunted, and then they do shit at night and you gotta watch them. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
You want to know why I picked this topic? Because I was looking for ideas, and then I remembered that you got called Purple Guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's it.
I'm wearing purple right now, I guess.
I was gonna call you the Purple Guy. Yeah.
That made me so mad. I remember I tweeted like a picture of it, and I was like, "You think I look like
I
this?"
I saw that reminded me.
That's funny. All right, so we got one more for you, and then we move on.
One more for me.
Okay, Mancha. For a minute, I would like for you to just talk about all the things you like about me.
Okay. In this minute, I'm going to talk about all the things I like about Erin. Oh, I'm not actually going to do that. Don't worry. Don't worry. No, I think you're very funny. I know, like when I like met you, like I like very desperately actually wanted to be friends with you, just because like you had like that very strong force of personality, and now I'm like now we're doing our funny podcast together. I know this is a little off topic, I guess, but like on the prompt, but still like I mean like the first like thing I remember like us interacting is like on the when we did the Hollywood Squares show, and I was Steven Universe and you were Peridot, so like you know we talked a bit and like became friends a little bit through that. I think you are funny. It's hard putting into words like under duress, so it's not like there's nothing. But it's brain no works so good. There definitely are things. That's the timer. This is bad. This looks really bad for me, guys.
You're funny. You sure do have other personality traits.
Funny. Erin is constantly like surprises me with how talented she is. Especially with her cosplays. I think your Instagram is very, very like well put together and you really know what you're doing, and it's really cool. And I like how our advertising tactics basically fill the gaps in each other's resume.
Yes.
Like I'm very good in places where you have less experience, and you're very good in places where I have less experience, and I think that it categorizes it very well. Also,
Definitely.
you've thrown literally the best birthday party I've ever been to.
Oh, I know, dude. I think about that all the time when people are like, "What's the best day of your life?" I'm like, "That birthday party, 100%."
That's like my fondest memories have been like hanging out with you and like the rest of our friends.
Oh, I picked this prompt to be like, haha, compliment me, and then now it's like mushy, and I'm like, ooh. Anyway,
I got you back.
Now it's heartwarming. So now we're back. I had the surprise segment this episode, and I thought it would be fun to do something where we just like look at a cool thing and react to it. And I don't know how I had this idea. I think it was because I was at like a con, but I was like, let's just look at like what weird festivals there are. And so I've gathered a couple of them and then some like video of it. I'll probably turn the sound off because some of them might have like music in them. But
yeah,
I don't know. We can look at some weird stuff.
Cool, this is fun.
Yeah, I wish I could see your face. I cannot in presenter mode, but that's okay. All right, so the first one I have. This reminds me of you for some reason.
Cause I'm a wannabe wife guy.
You are definitely a wife guy. So this is the wife carrying world championship. It's from Finland, and it says the exact origins are unknown, but each story has something to do with theft. Don't know what that means. But the people can carry their wives in like whatever way they want. They can do like piggyback. They can do what you're seeing there.
If they're like all using that tactic, it looks
yeah, I think that's like agreed to be the best one because I see them all doing that. And then they carry him around a track with obstacles, and it says the prize is awarded based on the wife's weight in beer. So this is an event. What do you think about this?
It's a really funny prize. Yeah, here's just a ton of beer. Yeah. Here's your wife's worth of beer. How does it feel?
Your wife's worth.
This is absurd.
I could see you doing this. I could see.
I wouldn't be good at it. I'm not like super athletic.
Well, I think you would train.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do that.
You could train to carry Mrs. Incredible. They look so happy too.
It's the kind of thing where I'd only do it if my wife wanted me to do it.
Yeah, I like that they have like helmets on in case, or that one girl did in case they get dropped. Yeah. They're accounting for all possibilities.
Yeah, you don't want to drop your wife. That's like wife guy 101.
Wife guy 101.
Don't drop your wife.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that was the first one that I had. So I think I have like 7 more or something. So whatever you want to say about them, whatever, we can just go through them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love this.
Okay. Don't replay the wife thing. Here we go. Okay, this one I love.
Cheese.
The cheese rolling competition, dude. They this is in the UK. I think it's in England. They all gather on this hill and they roll a big wheel of cheese down the hill, and then they like race it. So it's just a bunch of videos of people like falling down a hill aggressively in pursuit of cheese.
Well, the guy on the left is just like dying.
I know. Oh man, she does not look happy.
No.
Yeah, dude. That hill is so steep. Like, I get why they're all falling.
They look like, I mean, it looks like they're just all getting hurt though.
I know. I would definitely hurt myself at this event. I mean, the grass looks kind of soft, but I'd be all muddy and I'd be falling down.
Yeah, but like if you like tumble down a hill, you are going to take several d6s of fall damage.
Yeah. No, literally. In some of these, I don't even see the cheese. Like, I only see the people falling, so it doesn't even look like they're chasing anything. I read something.
I haven't seen the cheese in any of these.
I think I saw it in like one. And they're intercutting it with videos of people talking about cheese, so I know cheese involved somehow. I read something where at one point they were using fake ones because of some kind of law. I don't have the
It is illegal to roll cheese.
Yeah, that sounds like that'd be one of those weird like state laws, you know, when people.
Ohio has a ton of those.
I'm gonna
bookmark that because that's a fun thing to talk about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we should do that. That'd be a cool segment. These cheese 22. Clowns. Oh my god. This guy's an athlete.
Let in the cheese clouds.
Oh, I saw the cheese. I saw it there. The longtime cheese race has been uninjured. Okay. All right. That's cheese.
Whew. I like cheese.
That one was the one where I was like, ooh, I can get behind this because I really love cheese.
I want to see you doing that, Erin.
Oh, I know. You got to do the wife guy one. I got to chase some cheese.
I need a wife first.
I know. We'll find you.
Ladies.
Let's just put out an application and it's like, all right, you got to be able to be carried. All right, this is the International Hair Freezing Contest. This is in Canada.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Participants in the contest dunk their heads in the hot water of the pools and then create frosty hairdos by shaping their hair as they freeze in the cold air above. Temperatures can reach below negative 30 degrees Celsius or negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Winners receive a small cash prize. This reminds me of like an MTV reality show where they're in like a hot tub.
This looks like a thing you do as a game on a podcast. Like, let's freeze our hair funny.
It reminds me of okay. Have you seen that?
Is it just making the funniest hair?
I think so. Have you seen the episode of Jimmy Neutron where it's really cold and his mom breaks off a chunk of her like frozen hair?
I have not.
Okay.
I've seen very little Jimmy Neutron.
It reminds me of that. I remember I was always freaked out by that when I was a kid.
That sounds a little freaky.
Yeah. Ooh.
They all remind me of Who's from not Doctor Who, from Dr. Seuss.
The Who's from Doctor Who.
The Who's from the Grinch.
I love it. Oh, we were talking about the Grinch last time. Man, we have so many things.
We talked about the Lorax last time.
Yeah, we briefly talked about the Grinch show because I remember being like, Benedict Cumberbatch was the Grinch.
Oh, right, yes.
I think it was in the when we were talking about Mario stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. This one's awesome. This is another favorite.
Buffet.
The monkey buffet. And they don't eat the monkeys. The monkeys are the ones that get to eat.
So they give the monkeys a buffet?
Yeah, this is, I think, in Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. The local monkey population of around 2,000 to 3,000 north of Bangkok is gifted with a feast of 4,000 kilograms of fruits, vegetables, cakes, and candy every November. And then
good for them.
Says kids dress up as monkeys and perform dances. It first occurred in 1989. Was run by a local businessman who thought of this as a unique way to drive up tourism. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely come visit for this. This is awesome.
This is great. This is such a funny idea. I feel like more places should do this. Like, let's just have like buffets for the wildlife. Like, that's great.
That's like that guy who was feeding all the raccoons hot dogs, and he was definitely not supposed to be doing that because they're not supposed to gather like that. But like, it's big and they're okay. Oh, look at them.
They're so cute.
Has everyone got a Coca-Cola? How is a monkey drinking a Coke?
Don't give your monkeys Coke.
Oh my god.
Cola.
When we were talking about what were we talking? Oh, we were talking about don't feed ducks bread. I feel like that's kind of in the same vein. Don't give monkeys carbonated soda.
They're gonna turn into gremlin monkeys.
Gremlin monkeys. Oh, this one, they're climbing on people. There's a photo of my mom where a monkey's climbing on her.
That's my limit.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want them to touch me.
No monkeys on me, please.
I'd be okay with it.
I already teach children enough.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I could just go to like the leave the teacher's lounge during lunchtime and I can have my own monkey buffet festival.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Kindergartners, man.
No, I know. So I like that one. This one is a treasure. Hold on. The Air Guitar World Championship in Finland. So this had
Guitar World Champs.
Yeah, dude. So this is in here, let me skip to somebody doing it. This is in Finland. It started in 1996. That's when I was born. It's part of the Oulu, I don't know how it's pronounced, music video festival. It started as a joke and has turned into a serious draw for the event. Participants must play air guitar on stage in 2 rounds, with each lasting at least 1 minute. One song is chosen by the participant and one by the organizer. That's like us when we have a surprise segment.
It's us.
Yeah, and they get scored. Yeah. So there's 3 people in this video. This is one girl.
This is wild that this is just a thing. I like that you get to pick one song and then you have to improvise one song, because I think that's the only good way that you could like judge something like this.
Yeah, because you have one that's like choreographed and one that's like spontaneous. There's another guy. Ooh, wow.
This is interesting because you could probably be really good at air guitar and really bad at guitar, and vice versa. So it's like a whole different thing.
Whoa! What did he just do? He's like spitting something?
Spits.
He spits. Nordic Thunder? Oh, man.
Nordic Thunder. This is wild. I'm not, like, surprised by this. It's just really funny. Oh, and these are the top 3.
So these were the top 3 in 2011. I have one more slide of this other guy that I had to show him. He's okay. He's a treasure. Let me get him. Come on. All right. This guy's name is Aristotle.
It's okay. Airistotle.
Yep, like air.
So Aristotle.
Oh, here's this
guy. Just that preview image is just absurd.
This guy had extremely chaotic energy.
He looks like Smosh.
I know. I was thinking that. I was like, he seems like a YouTuber.
He looks like both Smoshes.
Yeah.
Like if you were to combine them and make the ultimate Smosh.
The ultimate Smosh. There's another one that he's doing. Dude, these pants. That looks like that JoJo character. Is it Johnny that has the star pants? Do you know JoJo?
You're asking me like I know anything about JoJo.
Yeah, okay, but you know the same number of friends that I do that are like really, really into JoJo, and some of them.
Yeah, but I don't. I know like 2 characters.
Okay. Well,
there's Dio, a JoJo character, and then there's definitely at least one called JoJo.
There's a bunch of them called JoJo.
There's definitely at least one, Erin.
That's the thing, is every season it's a JoJo and it follows them. I don't like that I know that. But anyway, that guy's a champion. I like him. All right. This one looks super fun. The Underwater Music Festival in Florida.
Interesting.
It's on the
sound doesn't travel well underwater because it travels through the water faster than air. How is this gonna work?
I think they do something weird with it. So let's see. It's in the United States' only living coral barrier reef. It's been going for 31 years. It's to promote environmental sustainability and responsible diving. They play their sea-themed music underwater through speakers that are suspended under boats situated above the reef. Participants are encouraged to wear costumes and play underwater instruments to compete for prizes. So it looks like they're dropping a speaker in right there.
Interesting.
I guess you can hear it if they play it underwater. I don't see them wearing.
It's just not headphones. As well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's probably like a weird, like muffled thing.
It's really interesting.
Oh, that person had like a little cattail on. That's fine. Look at them all.
This would terrify me because I don't want to. I'm scared of like drowning, but like
if I wasn't super deep, it'd be okay. But I need like a life jacket. If I was just like
if you're using like your breath underwater to play an instrument, you know.
Yeah, I would not be doing that. But I can't play an instrument above water, so.
Me neither. So I used to be able to play the piano.
I played piano when I was younger, and I like never wanted to practice, so I just like gave up on it.
That's what happened to me. Also, it was on Fridays, and all my friends wanted to hang out Fridays, so I'm like, can I quit?
My brothers are both in bands, and they're like musically talented. Music is just like not a thing that I can do. I like music, but I'm like, I do better with like hobbies where I make something and then the thing is done, not where I have to like retain a bunch of information and like recall it and like practice a lot. I like don't have the patience for that.
I'm good at like writing. That's about it.
That's good. All right, I got 2 more.
Ooh, I think I've heard of this one.
Yeah, Tomatina in Spain. It's a Spanish tomato festival. It's like a big food fight. Um, they it's it started when a rowdy crowd took the tomatoes from a vegetable stall and started a food fight.
I think I've read about this one in like back when I was really into like Ripley's Believe It or Not books. I think they had this in one of them. It was that or like a Guinness World Records book. It was one of the two. Because I used to be really into those. This definitely looks very familiar.
Yeah, it says
this could be fun.
I think this would be fun. I think it'd be like kind of gross. But
yeah, but
I'd like it.
It's just tomatoes. Like that's not the worst thing to get in your mouth.
Just because you're like packed so tightly with people and there's like strangers on top of you, but like I wouldn't mind the tomato part. It said that they have limited it since 2013 to around 20,000 people. I saw this one saying it was like 22,000, but before then it was up to 50,000 people. That's wild. Just
terrifying.
Oh, dude, the street afterwards.
It's just like how do you clean up after that is the thing. Like how do you clean up after a large scale tomato fight? I mean, they clearly do it every year.
Yeah, I think that's just the tomato street forever. I think that street is always going to kind of smell like tomatoes and probably be kind of red.
La Tomato Street, I guess.
Yeah. All right, this is the last one.
Yeah.
This one is something else. I love it. So this one is in Spain. It's called the Baby Jumping Festival, and it is it's like a religious ceremony. Where babies who were born over the last year are absolved of their sins by men dressed as devils come and jump over them. And they're all out on pillows. And apparently no one has ever been injured. Apparently.
This is just terrifying.
I know. I also think it's really funny because it's to like clear them of sins, and then you look at them and they're just like a bunch of babies. Like, what have they done? You know, like what are they doing wrong?
Like, I want to know if is this like Catholic or like because I don't because
I think it's Catholic because it says no injuries have been reported, but the Catholic higher ups frown upon this ritual.
Okay, so it's not like Catholic. It's not like an officially licensed thing. That makes sense. It's just
officially licensed baby jumping.
Do you have a license to jump over that baby?
I know.
Quick, it's the fuzz. Get out.
I'm glad no one's been injured at this, but like, dude, that's like, I don't think I'd just let some random guy jump over my baby, but
I would not. You know, out of the list of things that I want to jump over, babies are pretty much near the bottom.
Yeah.
They're soft. You like that, like, I don't want to. If you land on a baby, that's like it.
You got one accident and then you're done.
Right?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, that looks very Catholic.
Yeah.
Like, that guy has a whole monstrance and everything.
I wonder how many babies they do. Like, I wonder how many sets of babies this guy has to jump. Like, is it just like a couple, or is he doing this down like a really, really long street?
What are the babies in Spain doing?
I know.
They need their sins absolved through this ritual.
That's what I was like thinking. I was like, they need their sins absolved. And it's just, you just look, they're just a bunch of babies on a mat. Like I don't think they can do anything.
To be fair, Alec Baldwin's the boss baby probably.
All right, he needs to be
could
absolved.
Have benefited from
the devil jumping over him.
Alec.
Someone please jump over Alec Baldwin.
Someone please jump over Alec Baldwin.
Oh my God.
Please.
Why are they fighting the devil guy? Oh. Run away. Yeah, this one was like, I saw this and I was like, this is great.
This is like cool, but it's just like I don't get it. Like,
oh man. He's hitting that poor lady. She's not even a baby.
She's not even a baby. What did she do?
Yeah.
Does this mean that if someone jumps over me, like I'm all good? Like everything I've everything else, like, I don't need to go to like confession or anything. I can have like a dude jump over me.
It has to be like a devil jumping over you, so I could put on
have my
some,
little
like,
brother
devil
jump over
horns.
me tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Or we can do that.
Oh my God. A devil. I'm making fun of my brother.
No, I know. I was offering up myself as the devil, but if you're gonna put it on your brother, that works too.
Well, like, I mean, if you want to make like the 9-hour trip be my guest, I'd work.
Well, you know, next time we're together in person, we'll do some baby jumping. It'll be good.
Okay.
No babies.
I'm the baby,
involved.
God love me. All right, I think that we're just about out of time for the night. First of all, please make sure to, if you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're listening to us now that this podcast is out on some podcast networks, rate the show, leave your thoughts. You can email us at appetizercast@gmail.com. Give us ideas for segments and stuff.
Yeah, if you also, I think we're going to say, if you want to comment any ideas for segments on the YouTube video,
we'll take
that would be great. We're always looking for more ideas so that we're not like scrambling to do these last minute. You can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at appetizercast. You can follow either of us at Erin MacDaddy or Moth Mancha.
And you can leave us suggestions there too. Wherever is more comfortable for you, we'll make sure that we read it and get some ideas for stuff that we can talk about or games we can play. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, and be sure to tip your waitresses. See you next time.